and welcome to a fresh new capsule of Igraasp. No person was ever honored for what he received. He was honored for what he gave. So let's get ready and always step up to giving our best to everything and everyone. The highlights of today's capsule are: strongest typhoon of 2020 hits the Philippines. A 7-magnitude earthquake rocks Turkey and Greek island. Google changes classic Gmail logo after 7 years. SpaceX's Starship may help clean up space junk. Launch of first sunglasses made from plastic waste. PV Sindhu gives her fans a shock with her Twitter post saying, "I retire." And finally, the F2 segment. Today, we begin our capsule with the international news segment. The 2020 US presidential elections can easily be compared to a nail-biting thriller with new twists and turns every day in the last few months. There was a record voter turnout of 66.9%, this being the highest voter turnout in 120 years. Democratic Party candidate and former Vice President Joe Biden is contesting against Republican Party's nominee and incumbent President Donald Trump. So far, Biden is leading Trump in the overall electoral college vote tally, but the final verdict is eagerly awaited as results continue to pour in from key states.
Igraspers, did you know that a typhoon is a mature tropical cyclone that develops in the region known as the Northwestern Pacific Basin? This area is where nearly 1/3 of the world's annual tropical cyclones originate. This week, Typhoon Goni, the strongest typhoon of 2020, struck the south of the Philippines' main island of Luzon. Luckily, more than 390,000 people had already left for safer ground, and more than 345,000 were sent to evacuation centers for safety reasons. The storm acquired a super typhoon category and brought violent winds and intense rainfall, resulting in loss of lives and property. However, it weakened in intensity as it headed towards the South China Sea. Disaster management agencies are working round the clock to offer aid and assistance to the afflicted.
The past weekend had another disaster when a 7-magnitude earthquake struck Turkey and Greek island of Samos. Its intensity was such that its tremors were felt as far away as Athens and Istanbul. Geologists tell us that both Turkey and Greek lie on same fault line, and earthquakes are common in this region. Thousands of personnel from rescue team helped with the rescue efforts. Dear Igraaspers, let us take a moment to count our blessings and be grateful for all that we have.
Friends, Coca-Cola is a very popular brand, right? How many drinks do you think it offers? Coke, Sprite, Mazda, a few more. Well, actually, the American multinational conglomerate owns around 400 drink brands. Wow, 400? Too much, right? The Coca-Cola company thought so too, which is why it is slashing down on half its portfolio, about 200 brands. Many drinks such as Stab, Zico and Odwalla have become outdated. These outdated drinks only represent less than 2% of the brand's total sales, and therefore this decision.
Gmail is one of the most important products offered by tech company Google. It enables instantaneous emails, revolutionizing the communications industry. Amidst all this, Gmail has had the same iconic red and white envelope logo since the past 7 years. This year, Google decided to mix it up. The new logo is now lettered M, made of 4 colors: blue, red, green and yellow. This combination is consistent throughout other Google platforms, adding consistency to its layout. Many users around the world are having trouble adjusting to the change after years of routine, but it is safe to say that all will be back to normal, given some time to adjust.
Dinosaurs were diverse reptiles inhabiting the Earth nearly 250 million years ago, and movies like the Jurassic Park series have been very helpful in educating us more about their appearance and characteristics through fossil research. It is therefore so interesting that Dmitry Serenko, a 7-year-old Russian schoolboy, stumbled upon the remains of a 250-million-year-old dinosaur called ichthyosaur while playing with his sister on the coast of Russky Island in far eastern Russia. A team of local paleontologists confirmed that the peculiar markings on the stones found by Dmitry were fossils of an ichthyosaur, a massive prehistoric marine reptile measuring up to 85 feet long. The scientists will now carefully cut the stone plate layer by layer to determine the dinosaur's exact class. The ichthyosaur is considered to be among the largest animals to have ever lived on Earth.
SpaceX's next-generation Starship system could help clear up the debris in the Earth orbit when it isn't taking individuals to the Moon and Mars. Gwynne Shotwell, SpaceX's president and chief operating officer, said that the company's next-generation Starship program could help solve the problem of space junk. SpaceX's many duties will embody launching individuals to far-flung cosmic locales and on super-fast point-to-point journeys right here on Earth, carrying satellites into the orbit and maybe accumulating and deorbiting huge and troublesome items of space junk.
We all have heard of international ecological activist young Greta Thunberg, who has been speaking about preserving the Earth's resources. Close to home, an Assamese farmer, Jadhav Payeng, was very concerned over ecological destruction in eastern Assam. Payeng began planting trees on the barren sandbar, which is a submerged little bar of sand closer to the shore. Eventually, he transformed it into a deep forest and biodiversity hotspot. Elephants, deer, rhinos, tigers, and many other animals now live in the jungle. Jadhav has been awarded the Padma Shri by the Government of India for his exceptional work. What's more, the Green Hills School in Bristol in USA recently came to know about Payeng and incorporated his story in the Class 6 curriculum as part of the ecology and environmental science. Now that is something that should inspire all of us to believe in ourselves and our missions.
The Ocean Cleanup Project plans to sell goods made from the waste it recovers from the oceans as part of its mission to tackle plastic pollution in the marine environment. The first product to come from the Ocean Cleanup's efforts are shades designed by Yves Bahar. Each pair of Ocean Cleanup sunglasses are made with plastics hauled in from the Great Pacific Garbage Patch and are designed to be easily recycled once they reach the end of their life. The glasses also come with a case made from recycled components and a pouch made from recycled PET bottles. Way to go, Ocean Cleanup Project! It is definitely the need of the hour.
Venice is a city in Italy that is quite literally built on water. There, they don't have roads, they have waterways. And to get places, people use boats, not cars. Although this is a picturesque and pollution-free way to live, a floating city does have its perils. Venice is highly prone to flooding. Just last year, it declared a state of emergency when it experienced the worst flooding in 50 years, causing $1 billion worth of damage. This year, as flooding was set to recur, 78 inflatable floodgates rose to the occasion and saved the city for the second time this month. These barriers stay at the bottom of the lagoon until they are activated, when they fill with air and rise to the surface. The large yellow walls seal off water flow, protecting the city from high tides. Although there have been some environmental concerns about this allegedly unsustainable fix, engineers and scientists are working hard to make sure an eco-friendly solution is employed to safeguard both the lagoon and the residents of Venice.
The seventh week, which decided many teams' fate regarding playoffs, was indeed spectacular given the following results. Delhi Capital's top 3 batsmen were dismissed for a duck each against Mumbai Indians in the qualifier. The score read 0 runs for 3 wickets in 1.2 overs. This has happened for the first time in IPL that a team was reduced to such a score. Sandeep Sharma of Sunrisers Hyderabad has set the record for taking most wickets in power play in IPL. He has now taken 53 wickets. This week also saw the starting of the Women's T20 Challenge on 4th November in the UAE with Mithali Raj, Harmanpreet Kaur and Smriti Mandhana leading Velocity Supernovas and Trailblazers respectively.
India's first and only badminton player to have won a silver medal at the Olympics caused a mini heart attack for millions and millions of fans when she tweeted, "Denmark Open was the final straw. I retire." The media went to a frenzy until she clarified how she had been affected by the pandemic and how she was concerned about the casual attitude that people were developing. "Today, I choose to retire from this current state of unrest. I retire from this negativity, the constant fear, uncertainty. I choose to retire from the complete lack of the unknown. More importantly, I choose to retire from substandard hygiene standards and our lackadaisical attitude towards the virus."
Our stories in the postcard from rural India include success and innovation driven by passion and compassion. Anjali Verma from Banda district in Uttar Pradesh recently made her district proud with an appearance on Doordarshan for showcasing her singing talent. She began her music lessons at the age of 7. She is currently in the standard 12th and singing continues to be her passion and focus. Anjali practices music for 3 hours in the morning before leaving for school and then for 4 hours in the evening every day. She says to pursue a career in music, it is essential to practice at least 6 hours a day. She has even started training her younger sister who has shown interest in the field. All the best, Anjali.
Scottish actor Sir Sean Connery passed away at the age of 90. He was most popular for his stylish portrayal of the fictional British spy James Bond 007 and appeared in 7 Bond movies. The Oscar-winning actor came from a humble Irish background and gained immense popularity through his excellent acting skills and good looks. Fans went into a tizzy when he said the line, "The name is Bond, James Bond." Thank you, Sean Connery, for all the fun and magic at the movies.
6-year-old Robert Samuel has taken social media platforms by storm with a unique rap video on the ABC alphabet song. So, instead of saying A is for apple and B is for ball, Sam tells us that you can be an A and choose to be an architect, or you can be a B and work as a biochemist, and so on. Essentially, the video works as a motivational rap song which encourages people to live their dreams and be whatever they wish to be in life.
You can be an A, you can be an architect, get a building to kiss the sky. You can be a B, you can be a biochemist, make medicine save lives. You can be a...
In a matter of 2.5 minutes, little Sam covers all 26 alphabets and wins over hearts. When former US First Lady Michelle Obama commented on how impressed she was with the video, which put a smile to her face, the video began going viral and got millions of views. Rap star at 6? That's simply amazing.
Restaurants in England prepare to come under new coronavirus restrictions as the nation goes into a second lockdown. As part of the measures, customers won't be allowed to dine in, but restaurants and fast food chains can offer takeaway and delivery. In a message of support, famous fast food chain Burger King's UK branch has shown true sportsmanship by posting a heartfelt message on Twitter asking people to buy from KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Subway, and Greg's, as thousands of jobs depend on it.
Europe's largest and most popular label, H&M, is establishing the world's first in-store combination shredder and knitter of old clothes to tackle fashion recycling. Loop, the machine that shreds old clothes into component fibers, cleans and presses them into longer fibers, and weaves them into yarn before creating brand new garments. To fight climate change, fashion recycling is imperative. What do you think about it?
The word of the week is pun, which means a humorous way of using a word to suggest two or more different meanings. If you want to crack an intelligent joke, use a pun.
Can you guess who this iconic Indian leader actively participated in India's independence movement? He donned a special sleeveless jacket that has ever since been popular. He was the first Prime Minister of independent India, serving. It is Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru indeed. Did you know that his birthday is celebrated as Children's Day and he was known as Chacha Nehru by children and young people?
Did you know that the symbol for rupee was first adopted in 2010? This symbol combines the Hindi Devanagari script with the Latin letter R. The two parallel lines in the symbol signify the national flag. Before the use of this symbol, the words RS or RE were used to denote a rupee.
Quiz time! Who created the Indian rupee symbol? Send your answers to contact us at igraasp.com. Answer for the last week's quiz. The giant honeybee species of India that forages both during day and night is called Apis dorsata. This certificate of appreciation is presented to Shivani Sivakumar of St. Kabir Indian International School, Vadodara, for successfully participating in the weekly quiz on India's leading news capsule for tweens, Igraasp.
The riddle of the week is: why are teddy bears never hungry? Because they are stuffed.
Dear Igraaspers, this week we bring you A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. In this timeless story, a miserly man, Ebenezer Scrooge, is visited by the ghost of his former business partner along with Christmas spirits. Through them, he discovers that being selfish and unkind can lead to misery and loneliness. He wakes up a reformed man on Christmas morning and sends presents to make amends for his past deeds, displaying compassion and generosity. Read this touching story and share your feedback on contact us at igraasp.com.
That's all we have for you here. Remember to keep your thoughts clear. Thank you for being a part of this weekly news wrap. I learned, I gained, I grasped. We will now see you post the